This is the Canon A1100 and it was released in 2009. This little camera has a 12.1 megapixel CCD sensor. It has a 4x optical zoom lens that's equivalent to a 35 to 140 millimeter, and its aperture range is an f2.7 to an f5.6. It has an ISO range of 80 to 1600, and it records video at 640 times 480, which is pretty crazy. It's a very low resolution video camera. And when it was released, it cost $199. Currently, cameras like this are kind of trending. They've been trending since the beginning of this year, so I got this for $100. And considering it is a 15-year-old digital point and shoot camera, I think that's very overpriced. But because they are trending, prices on these little digicams have been popping off. And when I was looking online, people were selling it for $150. Someone was actually trying to sell it for $250. And considering that it was $199 when it was released, that's crazy, but it is what it is. I think 5-6 years ago, I probably could have gotten it for like $40. Maybe even cheaper. Honestly, I have zero regrets because for $100, I got this camera in really good condition and also this cute as fuck little wristband and case. So that's a win. So why would I get this 15-year-old digicam when I have a professional camera at my disposal? Well, if I'm being honest, this year I've had a huge uptick in client projects, and that combined with releasing a YouTube video almost every week has started to slowly turn photography and videography into more of a job, which is sad. Don't get me wrong, I love it still, and I still get lost in it, even when I'm doing client projects, but I feel like I wanted to get some play into the mix. So enter a digicam. It seriously feels like a little toy. Not only does it feel like a toy, but it sounds like a toy. Listen to this. That little shutter sound effect is just does something to my brain chemistry. And I think because this camera only shoots JPEGs, it is a 12 megapixel, and it shoots video at I think like 640 times 480. It really just relieves the pressure because no matter what photo I take with it, they're not gonna be professional quality, super high end. I'm not gonna have to heavily edit it or get the raws and edit them or whatever. So I think just having this little camera kind of relieves the pressure and just feels like a little toy. And with that being said, when I was messing with it today, I realized that it actually has quite a bit of settings on it. I mean, it doesn't have as many settings as my mirrorless camera, but it has a lot of little doohickeys to play with. So I think that kind of just increases the fun because there's a slight learning curve. And yeah, so that's why I got a 15-year-old digicam. Also because I've been chasing the nostalgic feel in my photography for like a year now, as is everyone, because that feeling is trending or something. My journey in chasing the nostalgic feeling started when I got a diffusion filter for the first time, and then I got a pocket dispo lens, which is essentially a disposable camera lens that you can put onto your camera, and now I got a camera. And what's kind of cool is that with this little digicam, I'm not only chasing a nostalgic feeling in my photography and the result, but also a nostalgic experience, because this camera was made 15 years ago. So when I'm playing with it and taking photos with it, it kind of transports you back in time. Whereas when you're putting a filter on your camera or a lens on your camera to get a nostalgic feel, the experience is still a modern mirrorless camera, which is awesome. It's fun, but this is just a different type of fun, and it gets you a cool nostalgic result, but also a nostalgic experience, which is nice. Something else that's also really cool about having this little digital camera is that the size of it is so small and compact that I can just fit it in my pocket and take it anywhere. And I think that's nice because it's also very discreet when I take it into places. Today I was able to take it into a cafe and just snap away and take different photos without anyone really paying any attention because it's so tiny, you know? And I think when I take this out with friends, I haven't had the chance to yet because I've only had it for a week. But when I do take it out with friends, I feel like snapping photos will be a lot of fun and it won't feel like a pressure of having to take home the raws and edit them, or I won't have any kind of concern of, oh my god, I'm gonna get my camera stolen if I leave it somewhere or if I put it in my car and leave it there. So it's just fun to have it around because of its compact size, the discreetness, and the fact that if it were to get stolen, I would be sad, but it wouldn't be the end of the world and the end of my livelihood, you know? And yeah, so with that, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and maybe I got you thinking about getting a digicam. Try to find something on Facebook Marketplace or in person because eBay is ridiculous with these. The prices are completely inflated. And yeah, until next time, bye.